In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Yesterday we saw how Herod and even all of the Jewish leaders were very jealous of Jesus. Well, that's why they had him crucified, and of all the folks who would follow Jesus. And so, Herod arrested James one day. He had James killed by a sword. And the Jewish leaders liked that because James had been a follower of Jesus. And so Herod arrested Peter, we saw yesterday, and locked him in prison very tightly. He had multiple groups of soldiers guarding against Peter so that he wouldn't escape. Well, the reason he was in prison was because it was the Sabbath, and you don't do things ungodly on the Sabbath. No, you pretend to be a godly person. And so these religious people did, and Herod did, but Herod fully intended to bring Peter out after the Passover. And so we picked the story up there. Peter's in prison, and today, we're going to see something that folks find hard to believe. But I'm going to tell you right up front, I believe this actually happened. We're in Acts chapter 12, and I'm going to read verses 6 through 11. Here's what they say. On that very night, the night that Peter had been arrested and locked up in prison, when Herod was about to bring him forward, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with two chains, and guards in front of the door were watching over the prison. See how tightly Herod had Peter guarded? Verse 7, behold, an angel of the Lord suddenly appeared, and a light shone in the cell, and he struck Peter in the side and woke him up, saying, get up quickly. And his chains fell off of his hands. And the angel said to him, gird yourself and put on your sandals. And he did so. And he said to him, wrap your cloak around you and follow me. Well, he went out and continued to follow, and he did not know if what was being done by an angel or if it was real, but he thought that he was having a vision. Well, when they passed the first and second guard, they came to the iron gate that leads into the city, and that gate opened for them all by itself. Do you believe it? See, I do. And they went out and went along one street, and immediately the angel departed from him. And so Peter, how does he respond? Peter came to himself and said, now, I know for sure that the Lord has sent forth the angel, and he has rescued me from the hand of Herod and from all the Jewish people and what they were expecting. Well, I really believe this really happened. And there's a story. Let me encourage you to go ahead and pick up the book, The Heavenly Man. It's about a guy named Yoon, and I don't remember if he's from China or Japan, but he was unjustly arrested, much like Peter, and he was kept in prison, and God, through an angel, got him up, walking past guards as the guards were looking right at him and didn't see him. On and I could go about how when they got to the street, the door was open, and it's never open, but it was for them, and they walked out. Yoon and Peter have that in common. They're going to have some fun conversations when they get together in heaven because they had God's hand on them in a very miraculous way. God bless you, who has miraculous things happen in your life too. We all have stories to tell about how our life is rich because of God's hand upon us. I'll see you tomorrow.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.